and I'd like to welcome you on behalf of the groups at the hospital that have put this together: radiology, cardiology, and nuclear medicine. First, a few words of thanks, above all to our faculty, both national and especially our two guests from abroad. We're delighted to have two world experts in the field of cardiac imaging, well known to you, Professor Richard Underwood from Imperial College London, as well as Juhani Knuti from Turku, Finland. I'd like to thank the societies that are supported and endorsed this meeting. I would also like to say a few words to our industrial partners who are in the room and next door. I'd like to thank them for supporting us. It's getting more and more difficult, but yet they trusted us, and I hope that you will find that we did spend your pennies both in a responsible and appropriate way. I mentioned the medical teams already. As you can imagine, there is a lot of effort that went into the preparation of a meeting like this one, and everybody worked very hard. But there is one individual that I would like to single out. That is our colleague Peter de Bond from nuclear medicine. He really has been the turbo engine behind this event, and I trust at the end of the day, Peter, that you will find that it was worth all the efforts. A few words about Media Ventures. Media Ventures is a Belgian company here located in Ghent that's well known in organizing and setting up the AV and IT for this sort of events, and they made again a spectacular setup here, and I trust it will be an added value to the meeting. So allow me a few more minutes. I'd like to share with you the spirit, what we have in mind for today, and I'll summarize it with a couple keywords. The world used to be easy. We had the invasive guys dealing with therapy, mostly driven by anatomy. And the other part of the world was the non-invasive functional testing guys, using all sorts of non-invasive techniques. So diagnosis on one hand, therapy on the other, a border between the two, and non-invasive functional testing was the gatekeeper governing access to the more expensive and perhaps more dangerous invasive procedures. Now, what we have seen over the last decade, and more recently even, this became an accelerated pattern. We've seen that there is now non-invasive techniques that are outstanding also for anatomy, only to name MD, CT, and MRI. And also in the invasive world, we now have clinically relevant techniques, not just toys, but really tools by which functional testing has now become part also of the invasive procedure. Now, this is true for coronary disease, the topic of this morning, but you could take the same perspective for heart failure, which will be discussed this afternoon. So the borders are blurred. Perhaps we're a bit confused. Perhaps we have too many options. And the issue really is how do we integrate all this in order to improve problem solving in patients? And that is really why we felt there was perhaps a niche or a need for this meeting. And the fact that so many of you came on this beautiful Saturday encouraged us and us to think that this was a right option. So integration of techniques, also integration of the technology in the clinical era. So we need to get these horizontal lines straight in our brains, and therefore the context is very important. And that's what we will try to do today, integrate. So that's one keyword. The second keyword of the meeting is interactivity. This is not a top-down lectures. We really hope and wish that you will not be shy. We have lots of microphones in the room. The speakers and the faculty have designed their talks in order to stimulate interactivity. So please, let's agree to disagree, stand up, voice your opinion, ask questions. We also hope, and I'm sure the speakers will do so, that they will stick to the allotted time for the lectures in order to leave ample time for discussion, questions, and answers. So these are the two keywords that express the spirit that we would like to exercise today. And without any further ado, I would like to invite Peter to take over the chair and start the first session. Thank you.
Thank you.